Okay, so I am curious about a little bit more about the audience. So you don't have to admit this, any of these questions, but if folks could, let me see. I was going to see which of these questions. We don't have a poll. Well, I guess we do have the. I don't know how to use the polling feature. So okay, so in terms of trying to get a handle on people, so the key questions I ask myself. So I won't be able to ask folks, but I'll tell you the reason why I'm asking is, I want to know who's unemployed versus employed. Because if you're unemployed, I'm curious whether you use an Agile or you got an Agile certificate to try to get a job. And I'm curious how good has that worked? How well has that worked? There's so many people that are transitioning through Agile because they don't want to work in lower paying jobs. So Agile is certainly a certificate that can help boost your income. You know, you can ask yourself how many people actually have good LinkedIn profiles, given what I talked about the four keyword search areas. Okay, how many of you think you have a good resume? And we'll talk more about that. Okay. How many of you think the resume is more important than the LinkedIn profile? Okay, this we could ask because I don't think it's not going to tell me if you went to jail or not, which I don't care. So if you think that the resume is more important than the LinkedIn profile, please just type the word resume into the chat. So again, if you think the resume is more important, just put resume, put R, if you would. Okay, we have a shy crowd. Okay, if the shyer the crowd, the more I start talking about my personal life and my two ex-wives. Okay, we have a shy crowd. Okay, the LinkedIn profile is vastly more important because the LinkedIn profile is, somebody got it. Thank you, Ricky. Thank you, Ricky G. Okay, you're my new best friend. Oh, and okay, excellent. If I pronounced your name right. So LinkedIn profile is vastly more important. Why? Because it's the first it's the first basically spot someone's going to see you. Unless you know the person directly, the first impression they're going to get of you is the LinkedIn profile. You won't even get to the resume stage if your LinkedIn profile is not decent or even better than decent. So the LinkedIn profile is the first impression, and we all know that first impressions are you can't repeat a first impression. So obviously you want to have both, but the LinkedIn profile I cannot stress. I can't tell you how many of my before they become clients, how many people have really good resumes, and my clients just sometimes they torture themselves over the resumes before they see me, and their LinkedIn profile is very, very bare. Now, bare LinkedIn profile that's okay, but it's not keyword search optimized. It's not fully filled in. They may have one job. They may have had 5 jobs at one company, different jobs, but they only put 1 in there. The point is, it's the first impression someone's going to have of you. And if you have an interview, this is just an FYI. If you do have an interview, expect that the interviewer Googled you, looked up your Facebook account, your TikTok account, your Instagram account, all the other platforms that they're basically out there. So your LinkedIn profile is the idea is that the LinkedIn profile is probably the first place people go. You want to control the narrative about you. Because if they go to Facebook and they see dumb stuff about your dog, well, at least they saw your LinkedIn profile first and maybe conclude, okay, the person has some personality because they like dogs. But you have to control the image that you're building of yourself. And that starts with LinkedIn. Okay. Okay. Oh, we have from LinkedIn Live, we have 2 people that answered resume. Okay. Nope, I do think LinkedIn is more important. Now, there's exceptions. There's like the exceptions to everything. If a buddy's going to get you into a company, if a buddy's going to get you into a company and you're going to get interviewed regardless of whether you're going to get interviewed because you know somebody there extremely well, or it's a small company, they really don't, if it's a small company that's run by a friend, okay, you can bypass the LinkedIn. So yeah, sometimes maybe making a first impression is not as important, but most of the time it is. So please work on your LinkedIn profile if you are in job search mode. Okay, how many of you are in big tech? Okay, I'll define big tech right now as FANG, Facebook, Meta, Microsoft, Google, Amazon Web Services, or any of the top 10, 15, 20 big tech. Is anybody in big tech that they're comfortable sharing? Anybody in big tech? Now, of course, it's probably on your LinkedIn profile. If it's not, it should be. So it's not secretive. Anybody in big tech? Okay, we'll just give people a, okay. Ricky G says not yet. Okay, give me a call, Ricky. We'll see if we can do something about that. Okay, we have shy people. Okay, maybe there's some votes will come in from the live. Someone says neither or not there either. Okay, great. And I am curious, how many of you are in fintech? Holding aside what the word fintech means for a second, I'm curious how many people are in what they would consider to be fintech. Okay, we'll give people a couple of minutes. We have one person that said yes, used to be. Okay. Interesting. So let me relate this conversation I had with somebody. So for those interested in fintech, I had a conversation with a head of HR of a fintech. There were 200 people, and she was complaining to me that their product managers did not have Agile experience. Okay, so fintech, sexy, arguably, fintech. The product managers did not have enough Agile experience. So that tells me if you do have Agile experience and if you're interested in fintech, that these 200 person, maybe up to 500 people companies are lacking in your skill. So that is a primary area I'd be looking. I mean, fintech is exploding everywhere. And frankly, I don't care whether you go to fintech or big tech or work for a family. But if you do want to go into fintech, and you know, let's face it, fintech and big tech are growing quicker than anything else out there. Especially in fintech, there's a dearth of Agile people. So keep that in the back of your mind. If you're Agile, fintech needs you. Okay. Banking. Oh, we have some banking. Okay. Banking is separate. I call banking separate than big tech or fintech. So banking is important too. Okay. So we have a question. How do we get our foot in the door without any fintech experience? Okay. I won't talk too much about it because it's specific to fintech, but the most important thing about fintech is attitude. If you want to get into fintech, you have to show them that you're hungry. You want to be in fintech. Do you trade crypto? Do you read crypto? Do you read about the fintech industry? So if you want to get into crypto, the first thing you have to do is start to educate yourself. And you have to get excited about it. You have to tell people why you want to be in crypto or in fintech. It's a quasi fintech and crypto. It's very much a very close-knit group of people who are democratizing the world, and they believe very strongly in it. So you have to get on board with that and drink the Kool-Aid. So that's the way to get into fintech is just study up on what fintech is and what crypto is, and show that passion. Okay, and put that passion on your resume. At the very last line of your resume, you can say hobbies, activities, and you can put on there all the crypto publications you read. So you're creating a story on why you're interested in crypto. Put on there exactly what you've read. Take courses in crypto. Coursera. I'll put that in the. Again, I don't get paid by them, but I should. Coursera. I'm pretty sure it's .com. I don't know if it's .org. Okay, so Coursera has the best. Coursera, bar none, has the best, most cost-effective courses out there. Courses of all different topics. They have courses in fintech galore. They have courses in crypto. They have courses in everything out there. So you can take one, or they have an all that you can eat kind of menu for like last time I checked, it was like $400+ per year. So if you want to get into crypto, take some of these courses, and they'll also give you some certificates. So you take it, you get a certificate, you put it on your resume. So whole discussion around fintech, but since some people aren't into that. Okay, there's another comment. Okay. All right.